Hello everybody, it's Heather with Prescriptive Living. This is the place our savvy singles come to get tips to fail-proof their life and love. And look, today we're going to talk about a really serious matter. So it's for men, and it has to do with what's going on in our world right now. And there's a lot tied into all of this. So it's a big darn deal, okay? So listen in. Right now, we have mass destruction going on. And a lot of people are talking about it, race-related and police-related and all sorts of other things. Other people are talking about it from government corruption and abuse of power and injustices. And the truth is, all of that stuff is 100% accurate. It's all happening. And if you can't see it, then then you're not seeing clearly, because all of those things do exist and they are happening. The problem is underneath all of that, the breakdown comes because of a breakdown inside of homes. And really it comes down to lack of leadership inside of the place where it is most needed. That is inside a home. And here's the deal, men, you can either be a warrior or a worrier, but you can't be both. And what's happening is I ran into a bunch of men who are literally warriors inside, but they can't see it for themselves because they're so bound by the worries of life and the things that probably happened to them a long time ago when they were little itty bitty, and somebody probably did some pretty crappy things that scared that warrior right out of their wits. And here's the thing, bad things happen to everybody. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody, okay? The epidemic inside like the justice system, inside of bigger systems, the economic systems, it's a big topic, and I'm not going to go too far down that hole today, but the systems right now are designed to not work for people the way that they could. And it keeps people kind of on a treadmill that has them not getting the success and victory and support that they need. But it isn't true for everybody. There are people who will rise from their ashes and will say, I'm going to set a different standard for myself and for my life, and I'm going to go after what I want. And they do it. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but they align themselves with their desires, they change their expectations, they change their standards, and they get the right tools in their belt to succeed. Look, nobody likes to play games they can't win, but there are people who are winning all the games of life and relationships and business and whatever. So it's totally possible. It isn't, though, when you don't believe it's true. And those who don't believe it's true get what they believe. So that's why it has to start with the belief system. The intelligence of a person really does come down to how well they master their soul, their thinking, their will or won't, and their emotions, okay? So if you are holding back in that fear and that worry and that anger state, then you are holding back, and you shouldn't, because this is the problem we have, men not arising. What happens when men don't arise? Women start taking that place. Women are not attractive when they're men. Like, I'm not being mean to anybody. It's just women don't make attractive men. Not with their attitudes, not with their looks. Like, women are beautiful when they are nurturing, when they are feminine, when they are warm, when they are just caretakers. And I don't mean it where they belong in the home, because that's like not at all what I'm saying. But I'm saying when women are more feminine, that's when they're in the most beautiful state. Now, everybody can do what they want. This is not a gender thing. This is not a whatever. It's just that men, to be a warrior, you need to make that stance for your own self and your own life and for your own family and for your own dreams. Because if you don't, you're going to be a warrior. Now I'm going to give you a story to tie this in from a place where you may not, I may lose all credibility just by saying what I'm going to say, but if you stick through, I think you'll hear what I'm saying. So there's a show that's been around forever called The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. And look, there's been a lot of seasons of The Bachelor. There's only one man who was a lead on The Bachelor who is still with the woman that he chose. This man was a man who came on the show and would not sleep with his wife until their wedding day. So what I'm sharing with this is a man who came in who had standards and would not allow his stick to lead him into dumb decisions. A lot of other men weren't that clear, and none of their relationships worked out, not one. So I want to give you kind of a wake-up call. There's a whole lot of distractions right now where men are not feeling empowered, and they're off on tangents of all these quick fixes that make them feel satisfied and fulfilled. It's a lot of addictions in a lot of ways. And I'm just going to invite you to check out a video for free down in my description that talks about the consequences of being led astray by all these things that are keeping you in your worry state and out of your warrior state. You decide what you want, but you're creating consequences that leave you unfulfilled, leave your family unfulfilled, leave your dreams untouched, and you don't have to. This all got inspired because I'm seeing men who are single, who don't have a woman being their champion. And so they're not reaching their potential. Now, I realize not every woman is set up to champion for the man in her life. There are a lot of men who are in relationships, right? 8 out of 10 that aren't healthy. And so I definitely am not saying that this is the norm, but the difference is when you have a partner who is your champion and you are their champion, you all become champions. Power couples, beautiful things. You became like change makers in the world. You make a difference. You leave a mark. It's totally achievable, but it does not happen when people don't choose to become a warrior inside of their lives. And so I call out some of the things that send men into a state of disarray. Like, so many men are bound by the things that are in this video. It's not for the weak at heart. This is a wake-up call. Check it if you want to not wreck it. Cheers to living and loving well, and I'll see y'all when I see you next. Bye.